What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Cameron, and welcome back to another episode of Father-Son Films. Today, we're going to be reviewing the new Ant-Man film that just dropped, Ant-Man and the Wasp. My name is Cameron.
And my name is Kevin. So great to have you back.
For sure.
We're a little out of practice.
We're back in business, though. Today, we're going to be reviewing the new Ant-Man film, as I said, Ant-Man and the Wasp. How we're going to break it up this time, because I know we've gotten some comments with people saying, because we do spoiler videos, that if they haven't seen the film yet, it's kind of holding some people back from viewing it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to break it in half. We're going to have the first half of the video. Yeah, we're going to have the first half of the video as non-spoilery.
Non-spoilery.
And then the second half, we'll get into the nitpicky spoiler stuff, but we'll let you know when we get to that point. So as of right now, this is a non-spoiler
No
video.
spoilers at the beginning part. So we're starting off talking a little bit about our expectations going in. As we've shared before on this channel, we love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We are big fans of superhero movies. And so, expectations going into Ant-Man and the Wasp. How about you, Cameron?
To be honest, I've been going to a music festival as of lately over the past week or so. So I've been there most of my time and just not really thinking about any films or anything like that have been approaching. It was in theaters already and I hadn't even realized yet.
You call yourself a fan.
Yeah, I call myself a fan. I'm a fan of the first Ant-Man film, but I'm not a super fan, I guess. I wasn't expecting much out of this film, and that's pretty much where I stood.
Well, on the other hand, I absolutely love the first Ant-Man movie. I have no real attachment to the character from the comic books or anything like that. Never read Ant-Man or anything like that, apart from, his small part that he would play in some of the Avengers storylines in the 80s and 90s. But that first Ant-Man movie with Paul Rudd and Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly.
Yeah.
Phenomenal cast. And for me, it was just such a great heist movie, like a coming into the kind of duck out of water kind of story, and just loved it from beginning to end. So I kind of had really high expectations going in to Ant-Man and the Wasp, and I was not disappointed.
Really?
Really.
Okay, I really didn't enjoy the film that much.
What?
I did not enjoy the film that much. I didn't think it was that good, to be honest. It felt kind of... And here's why, okay? Because expectations from the past few Marvel films have been set very high. We've had Black Panther recently. We've had Infinity War recently. All movies where I've had very, very high expectations. And going into a film like this that really I felt brought nothing to the table. And I mean, the whole thing about Ant-Man was it was funny. The whole thing was it was funny, and we were in the theaters, and it sounded like
I was the only one laughing?
Yeah, it sounded like a TV. It sounded like a TV show with no laugh track.
Think about it, Raj. Where did the movie Rocky take place?
Philadelphia. Okay, now I get it.
Paul Rudd will make a joke. He'll be like, "Why'd the chicken cross the road to get to the other side?" And then he'll pause for a few seconds to let people laugh, but nobody was laughing in the theater that I was. You were, but that was the only one. I heard my dad going, "Ah!" and the whole rest of the theater was dead silent.
Cricket.
That was the only real thing about Ant-Man for me, was it was a funny film.
Okay.
I felt like it wasn't hitting with anyone.
Really? Wow. For me, it was the exact opposite. Again, I thought the progression of the characters was fantastic. Again, Evangeline Lilly, phenomenal as the Wasp.
Yeah.
I thought she was amazing, and just the storyline and what I actually appreciated about the movie, it was actually a break from kind of this world-building, cataclysmic, universe-shattering storylines that have been leading up to Avengers of Infinity War. It was just nice just to have a fun superhero movie where the stakes were high personally for the main characters. Maybe not so much for the world, but it was just really, the stakes were important to the people in the story. So I really connected with the story. For me, it had an amazing kind of father and family story. Underlining it, you had, Dr. Pim and Hope's relationship. You had Scott Lang and his daughter Cassidy and their relationship. And Scott's blended family with his ex-wife and her husband, and just the family dynamic of that movie. Now, maybe it's because I'm old.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I'm old, and as a father, and I love my son, and I have a daughter as well, so I'm connecting to this storyline on probably maybe just a different level than you would
Probably.
as a parent. So for me, like, character arcs were amazing. Seeing the progression there, seeing that, you know, the personal thing that they had to deal with was amazing, and it was just a great time. It was just a lot of fun at the movies.
Yeah, I can agree with that, but at the same time, I feel like it is something that would be more kind of, because it is one of those smaller personal stories. It's not something that's going to connect with everyone. I just feel like for me, it wasn't a story that was kind of hitting home.
Okay.
Like, a lot of films, and I'm not just talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because, like, I like films. That's why I wanted to do this channel. I like films of kind of, like, everything, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, it just really didn't bring much to the table for, like, a good... I say this about music, I say this about film, I say this about kind of, like, any art form, right? There has to, like, be an emotional kind of, like, punch that's attached to these kind of things to truly, like, move me in a way, right? Sure. Like, I'm not going to give a movie a good review if it didn't, like, do anything for me, and it really didn't do anything to kind of... Okay. It didn't make me laugh, it didn't make me cry, it didn't make me scared.
See, I was wondering if you were just tired because I picked you up right after work, and, you know, we saw a late show last night, so I thought maybe that's why you weren't enjoying it as much as me. I guess this is a movie for parents.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you've got kids and you connect with a good family story, then maybe this movie is for you. So, scale of 1 to 10, what's your score?
Like a 4.
4?
A 4.
Oh my goodness, wow. So, 4. Yeah. So, for me, I would give it an 8.5. Yeah, total 8.5. There was just a couple of things for me that just made it not a perfect film, and we could talk about those things when we nitpick a little bit for a few minutes with a few spoilers. Spoiler warning.
Yeah, click off this video. Click off right now. If you haven't seen this film, click off the video right now. Stop what you're doing.
Yeah,
go watch the movie.
But make sure you click subscribe first.
Yeah, do the subscribe, do the like,
and then turn it off.
Do the comment, do it.
Okay. Here's my thing. Something that drove me nuts the whole movie. And I was wrestling with it, and maybe they did it, maybe they said it, okay? Because the last time we saw Ant-Man, he was in prison. Yeah. At the end of Captain America Civil War. Ant-Man's in prison. You know, Steve Rogers, Cap, shows up, beats up all the guards, sets everyone free.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So the presumption is Scott Lang goes with Captain America.
Yeah.
And kind of these underground Avengers, right? We next see Scott Lang in house arrest.
Yeah.
He's got one of those bracelets around his ankle to track all of his movements. He's under house arrest.
Yeah.
How did he go from being a prisoner in the raft, freed by Captain America, to being under house arrest?
That doesn't make any sense.
That didn't make any sense. It drove me nuts. The whole movie.
Oh. Yeah, because he was supposed to be in, like, a max security prison. How is he just, like...
And now he's... you're public enemy number 1. And now you're under house arrest. Like house arrest.
How are you giving this movie an 8.5?
That's why I can't give it a 9.5. That part just bothered me. It was just inconsistent storytelling. I know, inconsistent storytelling drives me crazy.
That's just very, like, dumb.
Now, but maybe I missed something. Maybe they said something. Maybe...
I don't recall anything. Like,
no, me
neither. I would have been able to pick something like that.
So this is my level of nitpicking. Like, again, story just has to flow. Like, I mean, one of the other things with MCU is the inconsistent power levels that you see.
No,
like in one movie, you know, like Scott Lang, boom, 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 he can do this. When he shrinks down, he's unstoppable. This one, okay, I understand it was a beta suit or a trial suit, though they had to put a bunch of glitches in it, but it just seems like you just keep monkeying around with power levels. But they needed to do that to get him out. Like, they had to, like, how do you do a story if it,
I get that's how you progress a story, but, like, good story progression comes from, like, if things make sense, that, like...
I'm just saying. I mean, I had to set that aside to enjoy the rest of the movie, and once I did, loved the rest of the movie, but that part just bugged me.
The villain was so bad.
You didn't like the villain.
The villain was so bad.
You didn't like Ghost. Wait, what didn't you like about Ghost?
They gave her, like, no screen time to, like, establish anything. She was just like, oh yeah.
She's dying.
Yeah, but she had to go into this random chamber to, like, establish her, and that's all we, like, saw of her. So now she's like, I gotta get Hank Pim's wife so I can use her power to come back to life. And I'm like, okay. And then, what's his name? The giant. Goliath. His character was like, oh yeah, okay, so you're gonna die in 2 weeks. And it just didn't, like, show anything. Like, it didn't explain anything.
No.
Like, why is she gonna die in 2 weeks? She's been alive with this ability for the past, like, however many years.
10, 15 years.
10, 15 years. And he's just like, oh,
Well,
I can tell because I'm a scientist that you're gonna die
She's
in 2
phasing
weeks
out.
now. But, like, you saw it in the first second that she got this thing, she was phasing out.
No, but it's just the length of time of having this thing. You know, just think of it like sometimes when people who get sick, right? You could be sick for 10 years, and it's slowly killing you over 10 years. So I just looked at it like that.
There was no kind of, like, emotional connection with this character. Like, I would have understood if it was, like, some humanly disease or something like that could kind of hit home more, but it's like, oh, I have quantum blah 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 blah, and they always like
okay. But come on, but you have to think, you have to go to the fact that she was kind of used by S.H.I.E.L.D. and trained by S.H.I.E.L.D. to be kind of this assassin.
We didn't see any of that.
No, but it was all implied. Like, you saw some clips about it, like on the video footage.
We saw it for like 10 seconds max.
So you would have wanted to see that more of that.
I would have liked to see more of everything, more of her character. Like,
but it's not her movie. It's Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I know.
It's not called Ghost. It's called Ant-Man and the Wasp.
But did you like Thanos?
Okay, that's another video.
Did you like Thanos?
I love Thanos.
Yeah. And guess how much screen time he got? A lot more than
because
like
it was
10 minutes.
because it was about him. He was the main character.
It was about the Avengers. It was about everyone.
Yeah, okay.
But they gave him equal screen time.
Fine, I'll give you that one.
Like,
Okay.
what about Black Panther?
Yeah?
Killmonger.
Yeah?
He had tons of screen time too.
You're right, he was awesome.
To understand.
You're right.
That's all I'm gonna
You're
say.
right. No, you're right. A hero is only as good as its villain.
Exactly.
In a story. I agree with you 1,000%. Last thing to talk about, maybe, in way of spoiler, what did you think about that ending?
Okay, that ending was literally the only thing I liked about that movie. Like,
that ending was awesome.
The end credit scene, where they put him into the quantum realm, or whatever it's called. The
quantum realm.
Yeah, so he goes into there, and then everybody, as soon as that happens, they all fade away because of the finger snap. The snap happens, okay? And I thought that was, like,
So
super
cool.
sick, because, like, that movie to me was, like, that was an amazing movie right there.
Yeah.
And just to get that reference to understand kind of, like, how the two connect was, like...
Yeah, so what...
That's cool.
Yeah. And it did kind of explain a little bit where Ant-Man was during the events leading up to the snap.
Yeah.
But then now the fun part to speculate is the quantum realm. Was he protected from the snap because he was there? Or is it just because of the randomness? Because it was only 50%.
Yeah.
I mean, the odds didn't work well in Ant-Man's favor because there were like 4 of them and 3 of them disappeared and only 1. That's not 50%. That's 75.
Do you think he's going to be in the next Avengers movie?
He has to be.
Or do you think he's just going to be lost there for a year until everybody comes back?
He has to be because he's the only... Like, you got to take all the surviving heroes.
Yeah, but like...
put them in the next one.
How is it going to get out? Nobody knows he's there.
I don't know. They'll probably do something with Miss Marvel or get, someone...
Or how would she know?
I don't
Nobody
know.
knows. Like, he might just be lost there the entire film.
I hope not. I hope they use him. Cause I
Maybe
really like
Paul
him.
Rudd just wanted too much money to be in the Avengers movie.
I don't think...
Like,
I mean, Paul Rudd's good, but he's not like, come on.
Who knows?
Maybe. Well, we'll have to wait and see, right? Any other thoughts?
This movie was not good.
I can't believe you're saying that. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah.
No matter how wrong it is.
No. Again, it's like a 4 out of 10. If you're still giving it an 8.5.
8.5. Anyways.
8.
8.5.
8.
No, because I can't let my nitpicking lower the score,
That's...
Standalone, 8.5. Maybe in connection to the MCU, 8. How about that?
4.
Okay. Anyways, that was our little update on Ant-Man and the Wasp from Marvel Studios, starring Pat Rudd, Michael Douglas, and Evangeline Lilly. Really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, we would really appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button, click the like button, add some comments. We'd love to hear your view of the movie, or if you have some movies that you would like us to talk about, we'd love to see you post that in the comment below.
For sure. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the bell so you can find out when we're uploading next. We're going to try and get on that more often. But yeah, hope you guys have a great day. And to close it off, you know what we have to do.
Here it comes.